Today, I am bringing you some Farmhouse Fall DIYs. So let's get into them. I bought a big box of wood and spindles and all kinds of stuff, and it was like $15 for everything. And this chunk of wood was in there, and it just had some holes in the top and the bottom. So I just took some of my wood filler and I filled the holes on the tops and the bottom. And this block was already in there as well, and it was halfway painted orange. So I just took my pumpkin Waverly chalk paint and I went over it with a fresh coat of orange paint. And I did that on both blocks. This is the smaller one, and I paint the larger one as well. So there they are, both painted. And then if you remember back, if you've been watching me for a while, I did a spindle Christmas tree. Well, this is just some of the remnants of some of the spindles that I had left, and I am using that as the stem on my pumpkins. If you haven't guessed, yes, I'm making some pumpkins, but they're not any pumpkins, they're my pumpkins. So you gotta wait and see how these turn out. So I got tired of using the paper towel, and I thought, you know what, with this Waverly antiquing wax, and I finally got a brush out and put some more antiquing wax on there. I wanted them a little darker than what they were coming out, and I couldn't get the paper towel down in the grooves of this spindle. So I got it all painted top and bottom, and I also went over that other piece of spindle with antiquing wax, and now I'm just going to go over both of these blocks with the same antiquing wax. And I water it down because I don't want it to be super dark, but I don't want it to be super light either. So I just water it down and I go over the edges a little darker than the middle, and I don't do like a solid coat. I'm just distressing it as much as, well, I'm just distressing it until I like the way it looks. And I love the antiquing wax over the pumpkin because it really tones down the color and makes it more my style. And I actually do this to both of the blocks. And I water it down so that it actually gets in those cracks and crevices because I like how that looks when it's darker in there. Okay, now I'm taking this yarn from Dollar Tree. I'm taking this doily that I cut off of one of my crafts I did in my previous videos, and some ribbon from Dollar Tree and some other ribbon from I'm not sure where. But I just cut this down into a strip, and I just kind of measured it over the block of wood. And then I'm just going to cut strips of ribbon, all, no, a couple different strips of ribbon. And then this yarn, I kind of double it over and make 2 strips. And then I'm going to take some jute twine and make 2 strips. And then I'm going to take one of those strips of jute twine and I'm going to use that to actually tie this bow together. It's not going to really be a bow. It's just going to be a bunch of ribbon that kind of looks like a bow. And then I dovetail all the ends. And I do this for the other block of wood as well. So then I use my drill and I'm just drilling out some pilot holes to put those pieces of spindle on. So I put my ribbon in the middle and I'm going to put my spindles on top of the ribbon. And I add some raffia as well. So I try my hardest to get that screwed on there. Man, it was hard. My husband actually has to come and do the other one because the spindle's a little longer and I had to get a longer screw and I could not for the life of me get that screw through that spindle. Ugh, it was a mess. But anyway, they turn out super cute. Aren't they super cute? There you go. All right, guys, today Favi and I are collaborating in this Farmhouse Fall DIYs and playlist. Well, it's not really a playlist. It's just Favi and I. If you haven't been over to Arrow's DIY and checked out her channel, please go over there and check her out. She is beautiful. Not only is she beautiful, but she is talented too. She is absolutely amazing. I love her DIYs. She is one of my great friends here on YouTube, and I just love her to pieces. She is the sweetest, sweetest thing. All right, guys, let's get back into these DIYs. DIY number 2. Okay, so I have these, what are they called? Rolling pins. And I already had started painting the green one, and I painted that in sage. That is the Waverly New Sage color, which I absolutely love. And I am using this Oops paint that I got from Ace Hardware that I used on a previous project for my booth. I painted a bunch of drawers in this color, and it's like a creamy, I don't know, a creamy chiffon white creamy color. I don't know, I just love it. Anyway, so I paint the other rolling pin in that color. So then I cut these decals from my Cricut, and I actually found these on Cricut Design Space, these words. And now I kind of had to move them around because they were stacked on top of each other, and I wanted them side by side. And one says sweater weather and one says fall. And the fall one actually had some other designs with it, and I just sliced it out. And I love this fall. I thought it was so fun. The way it was worded, or the font that they used. Now I don't know what they used because I just found it in Cricut Design Space. If you just search for the word fall, you will find it as well. All right, guys. And then I take my antiquing wax once more and I go over the handles. Now look how they just pop off of this cream color. Creamy white color. My gosh, I love this color. I'm going to have to go get some more made because I love it so much. Anyway, I love the dark handles with the sage and with this, I'm going to call it chiffon cream because that's what it reminds me of, with this chiffon cream color. And I just think the Waverly Antiquing Wax makes all the difference on these handles, and I just love them. Now, they're supposed to go to the booth, right? Oh my gosh. I love them. I don't know. So anyway, I take some jute and I tie around each one, and I don't know that I really care for that. I think I'm going to change it to some different ribbon. And then I go and I touch the handle. Don't do that because it's still wet. My gosh, I'm just trying to ruin it. And then if I didn't learn my lesson the first time, I went and touched the handle again on the green one. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I don't think the jute works for me on these, so I'm going to be changing that out. Even though I almost tried to start a fire, don't tell my husband. Yeah, that jute caught on fire right there, but that's okay. Just cut it off and nobody knows the difference, right? Except for me and my nose, because it smelled like fire after that. But anyway, it's okay. If you're returning, I want to thank you so, so, so very much. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing and give me a big thumbs up. That really helps grow my channel. All right, guys, back into these DIYs. Number 3, Vevor, Vevor, Vevor. I don't know. Vevor. They sent me this hat press. Oh my goodness. So this is how easy this hat press setup is. You literally take it out of the box, take the plastic off, and plug this sucker in. Yep, that's it. Plug it in. You take it out of the box, unwrap it, plug it in. That simple. To set it, even more simple. So I was trying to figure out how to work it. You literally just lift the handle and that's it. It's so, so simple. Okay, so I take this infusible ink sheet and I was trying to weed it with my weeding tool, which is not the right thing to do. You literally can weed this with your fingers, and that is easiest. So it peels off so nice, and it's kind of like cardboard paper, I would say, kind of. Anyway, it peels off so nice, and then you can like tear it to where you're just weeding out a smaller section. And I had absolutely no issues with this whatsoever. It weeded out so simple. Now, I bought this off of Amazon, and I think it's linked in my Amazon store. So you can find that in my description box. So all the tools and everything that I use, mats and everything, if I don't get it at Hobby Lobby, I get it on Amazon, and it's linked down in my Amazon store. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. But anyway, okay, so then to take out the little pieces, you literally just weed it with your fingers. Super simple. It doesn't get any simpler than that. Now, I got to tell you, this saying comes from my trip that we just took. We just went to the beach in Galveston, and my mouth might have got me, well, it didn't get me into trouble, but let me just say, the mother didn't appreciate me getting onto her child. But hey, take care of your kids. Then I won't have to get onto them. I don't know what else to say. So all I know is that if it was my son that this kid was trying to drown, there would have been more than words said. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, okay, so to set this machine, you literally just press the timer, push the up button or push the down button, and then once you get it to where you want to set it, you push the timer button again, and it's set. And the same for the heat. So you just push the heat button, you move the arrows up and down, get it to where you want to set it, and then push the heat button again, and it's set. You'll have to wait for it to heat up, of course, but once you do that, it's set and ready to go. So I set this for 400 degrees at 90 minutes. I bought this infusible ink hat, Cricut hat from Hobby Lobby at $10.99. Kind of pricey, I know, but I wanted to try it, and this is really the only hat that I liked. Everything else was kind of I don't know. So anyway, the instructions say to pull back the sweatband and put it over the hat press like that, but I'm not sure that that was the right thing to do, which I followed the directions and I did it like it said to, but I'm not really sure that that was correct. So then this is my first time using this machine, guys, so I just took my time and pressed it or placed it on there and tried to get it as square to the heat press as I could. And it held it in place really well. Like, it wasn't going anywhere. Let's see, my baby's in the back. Leonidas is exhausted from the beach. He loved the water. Now, guys, if you want to see part of our beach vacation, you'll have to stay tuned. I did add it in here, and I also stopped in Oklahoma City and did some Goodwill shopping, and I checked out my favorite store, Grain and Grange, because they have it reset for the holidays. So that is at the end. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to, but I think you might like it. So, all right, make sure that you lint roll your projects every single time because, I mean, lint is flying around the air all the time. And then you need to preheat the area that you're going to do your iron on. And it says to preheat it for at least 5 to 10 seconds. I think I did 10 seconds. And then I went to place my infusible letters down. And then I decided, you know what, I'm going to trim this up. So I trim it up around all the sides. Just to make sure that I get a good fit on the hat. And I want to make sure that I can get the placement right. And then I place it down to see, is that going to fit? And then I decide to cut some slits in the sides because it's a curved area and that will make it lay even flatter or more flat, which is the proper term. Lay flat, lay more flat. I think more flat is proper. And then I use my heat tape to hold it in place. And I know that is in my Amazon store because I got 3 rolls of this stuff super cheap. And the Cricut heat tape is really expensive. I definitely want to thank Vevor for sending this to me. It is so nice. And guys, you can use this for more than just hats. I plan on using it for a lot of little stuff. So I'm excited about it. Okay, so once I think I got it in place, nice and good, I press it down and I wait for 90 seconds. Now I chose 400 degrees at 90 seconds because that's what it said to do on Cricut Design Space. However, I think it was a little bit too long and it might have been a little bit too hot, but it got the job done. But when you're waiting on it, 90 seconds seems like a long time. It really isn't, but when you're waiting, it really seems like a long time. And it turned out great. I mean, for my first time, I think it turned out amazing. Now, is it perfect? No. But look, it says, I have a good heart, but this mouth, yep, this mouth, because I was not afraid to get on that little boy one bit. So it kind of cut off my A at the top and it kind of faded out right there where it says, but this mouth, like in between. But everything else turned out perfect. Absolutely perfect. So now I'm just showing you how to set this again. I'm setting it for 300 degrees and I just go down to 300 and press heat and it's good to go. So then I go to the timer and I push the down button until I get it to 30 seconds. Or maybe I put it on 60 seconds. Anyway, I don't remember. But so I got these little iron-on things in my Michaels grab bags not too long ago. And I don't know about you, but I wasn't too happy with the grab bags. My daughter went to get me some and they were like in bags, not actual boxes. And so some of the bags were small and some of the bags were big. But anyway, I wasn't too impressed with what was in there. And I think this iron-on thing was messed up, but it still looks cute on my tea towel, so I don't care. Anyway, I put these glittered cherries on this tea towel, and I'm going to be making some Christmas gifts here soon, guys. Super cute Christmas gifts. Now, who doesn't want a new tea towel? And that's amazing. On to DIY number 4. All right, so I am putting together some more ribbon bundles of the same ribbon that we used before. I think I used white instead of the skulls because I wanted it to be more neutral, whereas the wood blocks were for my decor. And if you remember in my last couple videos, I did some skulls on some really creepy with some really creepy skull fabric. Yeah. Anyway, still in my living room. My husband loves it. All right. So I just put these little bundles together and I am going to be redoing some pumpkin crates that I made last year for my booth that didn't sell. So I am revamping them. If it doesn't sell, I revamp it because I loved them. I was like, these people are crazy. They have no taste whatsoever. Who wouldn't buy these? They're gorgeous. But anyway, they didn't like them. So I put a spindle at the top. There's my crate, painted it orange, and it's real rustic. So it's supposed to look like that with a bow. Simple. Didn't like it. So we'll see if this revamp doesn't get them sold. I made these little ribbon bundles and I used that jute that I tied it with to tie around the actual spindle at the top. I love how it looks with just the ribbon, honestly. I was like, that is so stinking cute. I love it. And I leave the bow, the raffia bow on there because it's going to get covered up anyway and it's just going to peek through because we're going to add some florals. So I just start adding some fall florals that I've had in my stash for quite a while. I need to get them used up. So I am just using those to put on here along with some fall colored leaves and some sunflowers. And this is all in my fall stash. So it's not costing me anything. And am I using any of my fall flowers that are back there on the wall? Nope. Sure am not. I have so many florals, guys. Seriously, I cannot buy one more thing. Not one. I've got to start using that crap back there. Now, I redid my florals and I have a floral wall and a half. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I will be giving you guys a tour of my craft room probably in January after Christmas. That will give me time to clean some more and get some more things flipped. Okay, so I just keep adding florals all the way around the spindle, and I just add here and there some fall leaves, some green leaves, different fall florals, and some sunflowers because we want that color to pop. And then I got these tags that I forgot about at Dollar Tree, and I added one of the tags, and there you go. And you'll see it in my final reveal. All right, guys, now I'm going to show you some beach time and shop with me. This is my baby's first time at the beach. This is Leonidas, and we took him with us because he gets really stressed out when Mama's gone for a few days from home and he's not with us. So we actually took him to Arkansas with us, and we took him to Galveston with us this time, and he did really well. He was like loving the water. And I was like, "Come back, baby." And he looked back at me like, I've had enough. But he was swimming and everything. His first time at the beach, loved it. Absolutely loved it. We're going to get him a doggy floaty. And there's a beautiful picture of the beach. Oh my gosh. I want to be I want to be back there. Then we took an ice cream break. He loved his ice cream sandwich. Loved it. It was hot, guys. But isn't he adorable? He is my baby. He is 7. He was a blood donor, and he is a retired blood donor now. Yes. Did you know that dogs can be blood donors? If you didn't know and you have a larger dog that is between the ages of 2 and 7, they can be blood donors. Now, Darlene Shrimp Shack, that's a must stop in Galveston Island. She has the best coconut shrimp on the island. I am not joking, guys. We ate there every single day that we were there for lunch. That's what we had, coconut shrimp. And this was the best Caesar salad I've had in a long time. And that was at Fisherman's Wharf. Another picture of the beach.
All right, guys, I'm here at Grain and Grange. We are just shopping around to see what's new this year. I love these pumpkins. And look at the turkeys. Oh my goodness. Their tablescapes are so beautiful. So we stopped in Oklahoma City, and this is one of my favorite stores to shop. I always come and buy candles and room sprays, and I love to just look at their decor. They make their own furniture, and look at this table runner. So stinking cute. They even have an advent calendar. I love the scales on the table. I mean, everything is just to die for. I love their decor. And their beads are so reasonable if you want to buy some beads. Look at their metal work here. These will run you about, this one's $43 for Holly Jolly. And Santa here is $43 as well. Super cute. Look at this coaster. I might have to make some of those. Beautiful decor. Their store is just amazing. So if you come to Oklahoma City, you've got to stop into Grain and Grange. Just, it is a must stop. I always come here, always. Look at that chunky yarn blanket. $45 for that. This chunky yarn blanket is $100. Excuse me, mister. I love the distressed look of their chairs. Look at that chair. Gorgeous. Look at these bags. Are they not the cutest? And this one that says ho ho ho. Gotta look at this table they built that goes behind the couch. I don't know where they source their wood, but they make all kinds of mantles and tables and furniture, and it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that lantern over there. But I also love this box of pumpkins right here. Let's see how much that is. It is $110. Sorry, buddy. Now this lantern over here. It is $260. Love it. Love it. And the beads are 28. Love those beads. And that jar. Oh my goodness. Here's some more chunky yarn. Blankets. This gray one is $100. Gorgeous. Everything is just stunning in here. Absolutely stunning. Napkins, table runners, which I love for Thanksgiving. Something for the kids to do. Let's see how much these are. This is Mud Pie brand, so you can probably get this anywhere. I know they have this Mud Pie brand at Buc-ee's, but we don't have a Buc-ee's in Kansas. Look at those gorgeous pumpkins. They make those cabinets there. They make these tables. They're all about steel and wood. Isn't it gorgeous? These beds, they make the beds too. They make these beds and those mirrors. And look at this light. You can see this light. It's made from reclaimed wood, barn wood, and they wrap the corners in brass. Gorgeous. Over your kitchen table, and look at this table. It's on huge wheels and Leonidas wood that they've reclaimed. That is a tree, guys. Look how wide that tree is. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous. This is the bed that my husband loves. And he swears we're going to have it one day. And look at this foot. Like it's, I don't know, sits at the foot of your bed. It's like a bench that they made out of reclaimed wood. And they have all these kinds of beads here. They have glass beads, wood beads, all different colors and all different price ranges. I love that church.
So I just took some pictures of some things that I loved around the store. I love these boho swag with the very simple tassels and pumpkins, and then the bowl of velvet pumpkins. Oh gosh, I just love this whole setup. Okay, and they had these scroll signs. So these were made out of heavy duty brown paper printed on and sewn around wooden dowels. And these sold for $50 each. They had the Christmas trees. I loved the beaded pumpkin that we can all make from the Dollar Tree form. And then they had these harvest market pumpkin picking signs that were also $50.
Okay guys, today we are hitting the Goodwill Superstore in OKC, Oklahoma City, and we're gonna check this out for the first time. This is a bin store, and I'm gonna be digging through here to see what I can find.
All right, guys, now don't forget to go over and visit the most beautiful and talented Favi over Arrows DIY. I will have her channel linked down below in my description box as well as pinned in my comments. Please go over and show her some love. I would really appreciate it. She is most deserving of all the love because she is amazing. Let's get into this final reveal. Let me know which DIY you like the best. I love how these rolling pins turned out. They are super cute. And also do not forget to seal them with some Mod Podge or some kind of sealing spray or polyacrylic. I didn't show that on camera, but I do seal all my projects. I love how the pumpkins turned out. And if these crates don't sell, these people have no taste because that is gorgeous and I love it. I don't even want to sell it. I want to keep it. So just let me know what you think and stick around for the bloopers because my husband had me so flustered I couldn't even think straight or talk. I know this is a long one and I really appreciate it. So if you've lasted this long, just give me a little heart in the comments and let me know that you lasted this long. This is what my mantle is looking like. I love those roses still. Oh my goodness, I'm going to love them forever. That's why they're called Rose Forever, because you're going to love them forever. And guys, I'm showing you this pampas grass. If you have not went and harvested your pampas grass or your neighbor's pampas grass, you need to do that because we're going to be doing some DIYs with some pampas grass.
If you would like to follow me on social media, like here on YouTube or over on Instagram or TikTok, it's at the Rusted Willow. But just don't follow me in real life because that's creepy. Bye.
Can you see my husband in the background? I love Lisa. Oh my goodness, I love her. I got to see her in Texas when we stopped. Oh my gosh, that goober. I tell you what, I couldn't even think straight. I was trying to ignore him and do the recording, and I couldn't even do it. I couldn't even do it. Oh, goodness. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching and sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your week.